Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
After 4 or 5 days gap, we are meeting again. Hope you will be keeping touch with the subject, isn't it? Is that no? Karthik? Shall you recall the formula? Integration and differentiation. Are you ready? Huh? The formula booklet, is it ready? That day onwards, I'm saying you, repeatedly insisting you to keep the formula booklet, read it daily. Read the formulas regularly. Ready? Where is Karthik? He bench. Okay. Others be ready to answer. Okay, I'll give 5 minutes. Learn all the formula. Just go through it. Derivatives, integration. Okay. By today, we'll be completing this chapter. This unit will get over today. Okay.
Sir, when is our first periodic test?
We can start. Okay. We'll be starting. Not now. We'll be informing you. You are ready, Shubham,
In
for the
June only
periodic
now.
test? I, are you ready, Shubham? Okay. Learn the formula, Shubham. Learn it. Show me the formula booklet. Okay. Is it the formula booklet or some other papers you are showing here?
Ma'am,
Huh?
it's formula booklet itself.
Okay. So when you come to school, you have to submit it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Femina absent. Anila Mohanan.
Ma'am,
Yes. Aparna.
Femina told that she's having some network issue.
Who? Anila. Who,
No, ma'am.
yes. Yes, Aparna. I'm not able to hear. You are having net issue or?
No, ma'am. Femina told that she's having some network issue.
Okay. Okay, Aparna. Okay. So Tomlin, what is derivative of x raised to n? Very happy. You're eagerly waiting for the question. Yes.
Nx is 10 minus 1.
What is the derivative of x raised to n? Nx raised to n minus 1. Okay. What's the derivative of log x? Tomlin. Look at the board and answer. What's the
So,
derivative? Log x.
1 by x.
1 by x. What's the derivative of cos x?
Ma'am, me
Yes.
minus sin.
Minus sin x. Okay. What is the integral of dx by x?
And that was
Yes. Yes. What is the integral of dx by x?
ma'am.
Integral of dx by x is?
Ma'am, I am not able to.
Learn it. Learn it. Okay. The second round, I'll ask it again. Okay. Aishwarya. Okay. Look at the board and answer. Okay. What is integral of dx by x? Aishwarya. Why? Learn the integration formula also. Who is ready? Who is ready for answering? Aditya, ready? 5 more minutes. Okay. Go through it. Make it fast. Aditya, Satyan, are you ready? Aparna, are you? Aparna, are you ready,
Yes,
Aparna?
ma'am.
Are you ready, Aparna?
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Go through. See, Integration, learn the integration by parts formula. Integration by parts. Karthik, are you ready, Karthik?
No, ma'am.
See, now, okay, listen, children. One more period we have today, isn't it? 3:15, 3:30 to 4:15. Okay, during the lunch break, sit and learn. I don't want to waste the time now. Okay, is it clear? That time, surely I'll be asking the formulas. Learn it thorough and come. Both the integration and differentiation formula. Okay, now this period, we are going to just revise what you have learned from the beginning. In this chapter, what we have learned, just one we are just going through all the topics. Okay, so the first one we started is with derivatives, isn't it? We learned different types of derivatives. Derivatives of implicit functions, derivatives of parametric functions and all. Okay, first order derivative means we denote it as, how will you denote the first order derivative? Suppose f of x is the given function, y is equal to f of x. Then the first order derivative is given by, yes,
dy by dx.
dy by dx, or, okay, or what is the another notation? Can you give the other notation? Yes, correct, Aditya. What is the next notation? Aparna, others also try to give the answer. Yes, what you have learned, just you are going to recall it.
y1.
Y1, or we can denote it
F
as
dash.
f dash of x. Okay, that's first order derivative. When you differentiate first time, we denote it as dy by dx. The second order derivative is
y2
y2 d square y by dx square, and so on. Okay, and we learned some applications. We learned some applications of derivatives. In applications of derivatives, look at there. If you have the notebook, go through it. What are the things we learned? How to find the marginal revenue, isn't it? How to find marginal revenue and marginal cost. Marginal cost is given by, yes, marginal cost is given by rate of change of cost function, isn't it? Marginal cost means differentiate the cost function. Marginal revenue means differentiate the revenue function. Okay. Then we learned about increasing, decreasing functions. Increasing and decreasing functions. In increasing, decreasing functions, what we discussed. When you say a function is increasing, yes, find out and tell me the
Dash
answer.
of x is positive.
Yes, we have to differentiate only once. We will be differentiating once. And if f dash of x is positive, it is an increasing function. And if f dash of x is negative, it is a decreasing, isn't it? Okay, it will be decreasing. Then next thing we have learned is finding maxima and minima. Finding maxima and minima. How we calculated this maxima and minima of the given function? What is the step? How to find the maxima and minima?
By finding the derivatives.
Finding the derivatives means you have to find how many times we have to differentiate here to find maxima and minima. 2 times. In order to find the local maxima and minima, we differentiate the function twice. Okay, to find the local maxima and minima, we are differentiating the function twice. We are finding f dash of x and we find f double dash of x. Then what's the next step?
Dash of x is equal to 0.
Yes, equate f dash of x to 0. Okay, after finding f dash and f double dash of x, equate f dash of x to 0. Then,
Find x.
okay, we equate it to 0 and we solve for x. After finding x, we will substitute that value, the value of x in Annette.
Double dash.
Very good. And we substitute the value of x in double dash of x, f double dash of x. If f double dash of x, if second order derivative is positive, it is the point of second order derivative minima. If it is positive, okay, it is minima. And if second order derivative is negative, it is the point of maximum. Okay, so this much we have learned in derivatives. Then we learned about integration. Integration is the reverse process of differentiation, isn't it? It is the reverse process of differentiation. And we learned the finding the integration by primitive method, that is by using the formula, direct formula substitution. Then we did substitution method, isn't it? We learned how to integrate by using substitution method. Then we learned how to integrate by using parts, isn't it? Integration by parts. We divide it into two parts. First function, second function. And what is the formula? We call the formula. What's the formula, Shubham? Integration by parts. Now the formula booklet. Go through it and tell me. Integration by parts formula. Shubham. Shubham.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, give the formula. Integration by parts.
Y is equal to mx plus c.
Which one? Integration by parts. Which one you're reading there? In formula booklet, you said your formula booklet is ready, isn't it?
I late that.
Highlight.
Universal log, then algebra, trigonometry, and e raised to
Okay,
x.
that is for selecting the first function. Can you give the formula?
Yeah, first into second dx is equal to
First function into integral of second function. You listen how Tomlin is saying. Listen, Shubham. Okay.
just a minute, ma'am.
Tomlin, give the formula.
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Yes?
Ma'am, 1 minute.
If your formula booklet is ready, you don't want to take this much time. That means your formula booklet is not ready. Okay, Aparna.
Ma'am, first function into integral of second function minus derivative of first function into integral of second function into dx plus c.
Once again, repeat it, Aparna. Something is missing there. Repeat it once again. First function into, yes. Aparna.
Ma'am, first function into integral of second function minus derivative of first function into
Minus integral of.
minus integral of
Hmm.
first function into integral of second function into
Hmm.
dx plus c.
Yes. Tomlin, can you give the formula?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah,
Ma'am, first function into integral of second function minus integral of first function into integral of second function.
see, one mistake is there. Again, some mistake is there. Who will be correcting that one? Karthik. What's the mistake?
First function into integral of second function minus derivative of first function into integral of second function into dx plus c.
First function into integral of second function minus integral of derivative of first function integral of second function into dx plus c. First function into integral of second function minus integral of derivative of first function integral of second function into dx plus c. Is it okay? Annette? Okay, give the formula, Annette.
Ma'am, first function into integral of second function minus derivative of first function into integral of second function dx plus c.
On integral you missed out. Here also you missed that integral. What is the formula? Check, children, whether you wrote in this method. Check it. Okay. First function into integral of second function minus integral of derivative of first function integral of second function. For this integral only we are writing dx plus c. This integral you are, okay, you are not mentioning that one. Okay. And what about, how will you select the first function? How will you select the first function?
Eilate rule.
Eilate rule. Eilate. So I stands for inverse, isn't
Inverse
it?
function.
Then L means logarithmic functions, A algebraic functions, T trigonometric functions, E is exponential function. Exponential functions. Okay. Then after learning integration, we learned about definite integrals, isn't it? Definite integrals. Whenever the limits are given, we integrate. Okay, we integrate and then we apply the limit. When we apply the limit, upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, then what else we learned? Definite integrals. Then what's the next topic we have learned? Definite integrals. Yes, Aishwarya.
General form.
General.
General form of the question.
General form of the equation. Okay, then some general forms we wrote. For a circle, what's the general form? For a line, what is the general form? And all we learned. For a parabola, what is the general form? Okay. Then I think we started with differential equation, isn't it? We started with differential equation. What is the differential equation? What is the differential equation?
The equation which involves derivation with respect to one variable.
Okay. Okay. Equation which involves derivative of independent variable with a dependent variable and along with the constants and all is called a differential equation. And we learned how to find the order and degree of the differential equation. Order of the differential equation is same as the highest order present in it. And what about the degree? Power of the degree is the power of the highest order present in it, isn't it? And we learned whether the given function is a solution or not, how to check whether the given function is a solution or not. If it satisfies that equation, then we say it is a solution, otherwise it is not a solution. Okay, then formation of equations we learned, formation of differential equation. So if a function is given, we'll be checking how many arbitrary constants are present. Suppose 2 arbitrary constants are present means we differentiate it 2 times and we form a second order equation. How many arbitrary constants are present? That one will be same as, number of arbitrary constants will be same as the order of the differential equation. Isn't it? We eliminate the arbitrary constants and we write, finally we'll write a function in terms of the derivatives and y and x without the constants. Then we learned about linear differential equation. For among the solutions, the method we have learned is linear differential equation. Okay, in linear differential equation, what's the form we have? What is the general form of the equation? Aditya, Satyan, can you answer? Linear differential equation. dy by dx.
dy by dx plus py plus
Hmm.
py is equal to q,
Yes, correct.
and dx by dy plus px is equal to q.
Okay, general form is dy by dx plus py is equal to q, where p and q are functions of x alone. Or one more form, some exceptional cases, in some cases we take it as dx by dy plus px is equal to q. In such cases, first we find out the integrating factor. Yes, Karthik, give the integrating factor.
E raised to integral of p dx.
Yes, integrating factor is given by e raised to integral of p dx. And what about the solution? Shubham, solution. Solution of a linear differential equation is given by
dy by dx.
dy by dx. Yes, Tomlin. Tomlin.
Y into integrated factor is equal to integral of q into integral factor dx plus c.
Shubham, give the solution. Huh? No, I think you're not copied anything in the formula booklet. Simply showing some papers. Huh?
No, ma'am, I have written.
Then why can't you read it from the formula booklet? Read it. Give me the solution.
Some of them I have not written, but most.
Finish it today itself. Complete it and send me the photos of the formula. Is it clear? Shubham?
Yes, ma'am.
Finish it today itself. Learn the formula because you have completed one unit. If you are not learning it up to date, it will be a big burden for you. Okay, learn all the formulas today itself. Before the next period, one more period we have before that, try to complete it. Learn the formula. I'll be asking the formula again. So the solution is given by y into integrating factor is integral of q into integrating factor into dx plus c. Okay. Now let's do some questions based on all those things. What you have learned now, just let's recall and do some questions. Write the question. If y is equal to, if y is equal to if y is equal to e raised to x into a cos x plus b sin x, form the differential equation. Form the differential equation. Form the differential equation. So now listen here, children. Here, how many constants are present? Karthik, how many constants are present? Sorry, children, this is a cos x. How many constants are present?
2.
Two, A
Two.
and B. Two constants, A and B. If two constants are present, we have to differentiate it twice, isn't it? We'll be differentiating it twice. Do it. Do the differentiation. Do it. Find out y dash and y double dash and tell me what is the answer. Here we have to use product rule, isn't it? We have to use product rule. What is y dash? E raised to x into product rule. What is u v the whole dash? What is the rule we have learned? Product rule. It is u dash v plus uv dash, isn't it? So when you use the product rule, first function into derivative of second function, a into what is derivative of cos x? It is minus sin x plus b into cos x plus what is the next step? Keep the second function as such, a cos x plus b sin x. Find the derivative of first function. So we'll get e raised to x. Now listen, children, when you differentiate this, the second one, is it same as y? So we can write this as y dash is equal to e raised to x into minus a sin x plus b cos x plus y plus y. Now differentiate one more time. Differentiate one more time. So it is e raised to x into, for the first term here again we have to use product rule. First function into minus a into what is derivative of sin x? Cos x plus b into plus b into derivative of cos x is minus
minus
sin
sin
x
x.
plus, again keep the second function as such, minus a sin x plus b cos x, e raised to x, if you differentiate it is e raised to x, plus y, if you differentiate it is y dash, it is y dash. So we will get y double dash is equal to, now from these two terms we can take one minus outside, e raised to x into a cos x plus b sin x plus e raised to x into minus a sin x plus y dash. Now what is this? A cos x plus b sin x? This y. So minus e raised to x into y plus e raised to x into minus a sin x plus b cos x plus y dash. Now listen children, I name the
Ma'am.
given. Yes.
Ma'am, it should be minus y, right?
Yes, minus y. Here minus is there and I'm writing this as y. Which one you have
Ma'am, you
mentioned?
wrote minus e raised to x5.
This is same as e raised to x, isn't it? If you look at this function, this one e raised to x into, okay, it is simply yes, I wrote e raised to x. Yes. Okay. So it is minus y. Is it correct? Now children, I name the given equation as 1, the first derivative as 2, and the third order derivative, second order derivative, I name this as 3. But look at here, we want the equation. Finally, we need an equation without a, b. How to eliminate this? How will you remove this? A and b. Without a and b, we have to write one equation. Isn't it? Our aim is to eliminate this. We can use these 3 equations without a and b. Give one equation. The given equation, we name it as 1. Its first order derivative, we name it as 2. The next order derivative, we are naming it as 3. Now, among these 3, use these 3 equations and we have to write an equation without the constants a and b.
Substitute for y dash.
Substitute for y dash. When you substitute for y dash, again you will get this one, isn't it? When you substitute for y dash is e raised to x into minus a sin x plus b cos x. But we don't want a and b. So yes, somewhere you are reaching there. Instead of y dash, for which one you can substitute?
Y.
Can we substitute for this term from second equation? Okay, from second equation, now from the second equation, y dash plus y, if you take to other side, it is minus y. Y dash minus y will be e raised to x into minus a sin x plus b cos x, isn't it? Now substitute this in third equation. Substitute in the third equation. When you substitute this in third equation, you get y double dash minus y plus, instead of this one, we can write this as y dash minus y plus y dash. So what is y double dash? Y double dash is equal to 2y dash minus 2y. That is y double dash minus 2y dash plus 2y is equal to 0 is the required equation. Is a required differential equation. Is it okay, children? Are you able to recall formation? How many constants are there? That much time you have to differentiate and you have to write the answer. Without the constants, you have to give the equation. Is it okay, Shubham? Finished? Tomlin, is it okay? Yes, Tomlin? Now write the next question, children. Solve. Solve. Solve sin x dy by dx. Sin x dy by dx plus cos x into y plus cos x into y is equal to cos x sine square x is equal to cos x sine square x. Solve this one. Try this one. Is it in the general form of a linear differential equation? If not, write it in the general form. Find the integrating factor, write the formula for solution and solve it. Yes, Shubham, what's the first step you will do here? What's the first thing you have to will do here? Aditya, Satyan?
Divide by sin x.
You
Divide
have to
through.
write in general form.
Yes, we have tried in general form. So in general form, we need, okay, we need the coefficient of dy by dx as 1. We need the coefficient of dy by dx as 1. So what we are doing? Divide throughout by sin x. Divide each term by sin x. So we will get dy by dx plus y into cos by sin is cot x is equal to, one sin x will get cancelled. So we'll get cos x into sin x. We get cos x into sin x. Okay. Now once this is over, what you can do? Now compare it, check it, whether it is in the general form. Dy by dx plus py is equal to q. Dy by dx plus py is equal to q. What is p? It is cot x. What is q? Cos x into sin x. Q is cos x into sin x. P is cot x, Q is cos x into sin x. Now find out the integrating factor. What's the integrating factor? E raised to integral of P dx. It is E raised to integral of cot x into dx. Find out. This integral of cot x.
Log sin x plus c.
Yes, log sin x. Okay, C we are adding at the end. So integration, after the all integration we can add the constant c here. Now proceed it, substitute, find out. So it is e raised to, cortex means it is e raised to log sin x. So e and log will get cancelled. So we'll get integrating factor is sin x. Integrating factor is sin x. Integrating factor is sin x. Now write the solution. What's the solution? The solution is y into integrating factor is equal to integral of q into integrating factor into dx plus c, isn't it? Y into integrating factor. So try this and find out the solution. Let me check how many are able to complete this one. Each one should complete it, integrate it and give the answer. So y into, what is the integrating factor? Sin x is equal to integral of q cos x sin x into sin x dx, isn't it? So we will get integral of sin x into sin x means we can write this as sin squared x cos x into dx plus c. Yes, how will you integrate this? Aishwarya?
Cosine square x, we can write 1 minus cos square x.
And then we will get cos cube x, isn't it? Integral of cos cube x, any formula is there? No, isn't it? So what we can do? We have learned, which are the methods we have learned? Substitution method and all we have learned, isn't it? Okay, check it, which one's derivative is there? What is the derivative of sin x?
Cos x.
Cos x. Okay, so suppose I put sin x as t, cos x into dx will become dt. So I substitute sin x as t, cos x into dx will become dt. So look at your children. So it will become t square into dt plus c. Isn't it? T square plus dt plus c. Now what is integral of t square? What is integral of t square?
T cube by 3.
Yes, it is t cube by 3 plus c. It is t cube by 3 plus c. So y into sin x is equal to t cube. What is t? Sin x. Okay, we should substitute it for that. So sin x the whole cube by 3 plus c, which is y, which is same as sin cube x by 3 plus c. Is it okay? Karthik, are you able to follow this?
Yes, ma'am.
What about Tomlin? Finished? Is it okay, children? Is it okay? Let's do one more question. Okay, children, by today, with this, we end this chapter. Okay, next class, be thorough with the formula. Next period, come learn the formula and come. Okay. Write the next one. Show that y is equal to e raised to minus x plus ax plus b. Show that y is equal to e raised to minus x plus ax plus b is a solution of, this is a solution of, show that this is a solution of e raised to x d square y by dx square equal to 1. E raised to x d square y by dx square is equal to 1. Okay, look at here. How many constants are there? 2 constants, isn't it? So when we prove that it is a solution, how many times we are differentiating there? 2 times, isn't it? So prove that. Okay, show that this is a solution. Try it. Y is e raised to minus x plus ax plus b. So what is dy by dx? It's dy by dx. What is derivative of e raised to minus x? Minus e raised to minus x plus a into 1 plus 0, isn't it? No const x term there. So e minus e raised to x plus a. So what will be d square y by dx square? Minus, what is derivative of e raised to minus x? Minus of minus e raised to x plus 0. So we will get, this is e raised to minus x, isn't it? We'll get d square y by dx square is e raised to minus x. Now substitute this in the given equation. Therefore, what is e square, e raised to x into d square y by dx square? Which is e raised to x into e raised to minus x. Laws, use the laws of exponents. X raised to m into x raised to n is x raised to m plus n. So e raised to x plus minus x, you will get e raised to 0. Anything raised to 0 is 1. Therefore, y is equal to Conclude it. Don't leave with this. Make the practice that you conclude the problem. Don't leave with this. What is asked? Finally, you should write it again. Therefore, y is equal to e raised to minus x plus ax plus b is a solution of e raised to x d square y by dx were equal to 1. This is the solution. Is it okay, children? Is it okay, Annette, Shubham, Karthik? So with this,
Yes, ma'am.
I end the session now. Thank you.